Real news, sort of a broad term, but I think important, very important, now more than ever. I think real news is um, a product of an authenticity of curiosity, an open-minded and open-hearted curiosity. You are following facts you learn through reporting, through research, through reading, to tell a truth. That there's an aspect of intent, I think, that is important in distinguishing between real news and fake news. Um, you can use facts to do anything. I think that is something that is lost sometimes in this sprawling, dispiriting debate. It's not just a question of facts. You can use facts to show anything. It's a question of what is in actuality not the truth, but a truth or a set of truths. And if you are approaching your work to try to get as close as you can in the time that you have and with the capacities that you have to a truth, then that is real news.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think that one way that we talk about it sometimes is that facts are necessary but insufficient, right? Like you have to be starting with a basic, like here's a thing that actually happened in the world. Like that's completely fundamental and essential, but that's not enough to make it a story. You have to have around it. You have to have context. You have to have, the consequences. You have to talk to people who are affected. Like you have to have something surrounding the kernel of a fact, which by itself isn't journalism.
We often, as journalists, talk about getting that key part of the story in there that tells the listener or reader or viewer why they should care about this. And I think that's a critical piece of context that's part of what we do as journalists. I don't think it's always there in some of the other information out there that is passing for news these days. And I find it fascinating when a fact is thrown up and people begin to attach their own context to it, or they make it fit their own worldview. I think as journalists, it's our job to give it that context that you're talking about. I mean, I wake up every morning and I see my job as telling people things about the world they live in that they don't know. And if we do our jobs right, they'll keep coming back to us. And I think that's really important.